Hey, yo, what's up? This is boy KLA Cloud the Wanderer about to give it to you once again. I have a guest on this Tuesday evening, Shantelle Lee Cuevas. She's an actress and she's a bikini well she's a bikini competitor. Excuse my stuttering.
Yeah.
How you been?
Okay. I've been good. I've been good. Just long day of work and gym and just doing what I need to do.
Yeah. I'm gonna give you an applause. Yeah. I discovered you on my friend Oliver George page interview, and I was saying that it was a cool interview. You're an actress and you're a bodybuilder. Yeah, how long
Mhm.
you been an actress?
I've been acting since about, I want to say 2018. So about like 7 years now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got a manager back then in 2018 and agent shortly after that and had the same since.
How was that journey for you? Has it been rough?
Just like anything, like starting actors, like you can't really control the industry. You can't control what you get. You'll get 100 no's before you get a yes. So it's really just up and downs. You'll get your projects, and then it'll be radio silent for a couple months, and that's really almost like why I started bodybuilding, is because it was something that I could control or I could put my focus on while I waited for another project to come in the midst.
Oh, okay. What and bodybuilding? Like I remember you talked about how you was your friend a friend of yours they passed away and you was a bit depressed and then that's when you started getting into the bodybuilding bug that bit you and you
Yeah. So I was like, I was going through it. My best friend had gotten murdered like 2021,
yeah.
and our family dog had died at the same time. And then broke up with my ex. Like it all happened within like 3 weeks, and I just spiraled down and just wasn't me. It was almost like I was on like autopilot, and I would drink and party, and then eventually I was just like, what am I doing with my life? And I just decided just to start going to the gym. Like I had no goal in sight. I didn't know what I was doing. I was just like day one, day two, day three. And a friend of mine that followed me on Instagram that competes, he's men's physique. He saw that I was going to the gym and probably getting like some kind of like progress. But I've always been an athlete, so I've always had kind of like a muscular build. And he was like, you should consider bikini bodybuilding. And I was like, what's that? And I just did my research and I was like, there's no way. Like, I'm not as muscular as that. Like, I'm not that level. And he was like, nah, you could do a prep and you should do it. And I was like, I was like, you know what? Nothing else is going on in my life. So why not start? And I started. I coached myself, did 3 competitions at first and got bit by the bug and fell in love with it. And then went on to get nationally qualified, and I was with a prior coach. Didn't go so well, but then after that, I reversed really bad and gained a a lot of weight. And then I found my coach Jazzy. She's third in the world, and she's been honestly great. Like we've been doing amazing together. We fixed my gut. We got me back to normal weight. We did amateur Olympia and it was great. I got second place after only like literally 2 years of bodybuilding, and we're still going at it. I still want to continue doing this and make something out of myself with it.
No, amateur Olympia, like what that's like it what that's it in the Olympia. Forgive me if
Yeah, it's the same week as Olympia. So amateur Olympia is
okay.
the beginning of the week, and then Olympia is at the weekend of that week. But yeah, Olympia is the Super Bowl of bodybuilding. So it's a really,
Okay.
really prestigious show, and that's the only show that like people from outside the nation can come and compete. So there's a lot of people from like Australia, Italy, Spain, like Venezuela. They all came because it's the only show in the U.S. that people can come as amateurs and compete. Other than that, all the rest of the national shows are just for nationally qualified
Yeah.
competitors. So very, very prestigious show. And, getting second in my class, I was ecstatic. The judge had me in first, the head judge. So honestly, I was living. I was high cloud nine, and I couldn't ask for anything better. I know that I have work to do, but I know how much potential I have. So I'm just looking forward to owning in on that.
Yeah. Like what kind of work you got to do? Like what was like the feedback like what
The
was you
feedback
missing? Yeah.
was basically just glute density, which obviously I didn't really have a proper reverse the first time around. So I didn't really get to properly build the glutes. I just accrued too much body fat. When you accrue too much body fat, it's just not viable for you to create actual lean muscle mass. And then I had to diet so much because I accrued so much body fat that I lost a bit of muscle on the way, like dieting down. So reversing correctly this time around, I should accrue very little body fat and create more lean muscle. So the next competition should be a completely different physique. But yeah, just glutes. Everything else was perfect. They said your upper body, don't even touch it. Core is fine. Legs are fine. It's just a little more density, a little bit more pop in the glute.
How far you want to do bikini? Like,
You said what?
now, how far would you want to compete like in bikini? Do you want to move up or you just want to stay in bikini? What attracted you to bikini?
Well, because my friend mentioned bikini, and then I got to learn
Yeah,
like the other divisions.
right.
And starting out, my body type was very pear shaped. Like the way I have a lot of more fat on my legs than my
Mm-hmm.
upper body. So when I first started out, they were like, "Oh, you should do wellness," and I was just like, "Really?" And they were just like, "Yeah, your body's definitely wellness." But again, I've never leaned out as much as I did for bodybuilding in my life. So I didn't know what to expect or what I was going to look like. So I was like, all right. So the first show I did was OCB, and I went into wellness. And then I started to lean more legs more down. And I was like, no, I think I have a bikini body. Like I'm more symmetrical. If you take away the fat from my legs, like my legs and my upper body, they match. And that looks more like that physique than wellness. Can I build up and go to wellness because I have a good foundation in my legs? Sure. But I just didn't see myself being that competitive in wellness unless I was taking like some PEDs, like some heavy PEDs. So I was just like, I'll just stick to bikini. I feel like I can be very competitive. I can go very far with what I have. I just need to just build in the gym, and that you can do that with like literally food and time. So I was just like, yeah, that gives you something to do, like strive for a goal and it's achievable, like within my reach. That's why I just wanted to stay in bikini.
What OCB show you took in?
It was in 2023. My first show was in Atlantic City in February
Oh, you went
26th,
to the Double
2023.
Down, right? You went
Double
to
Down,
yeah.
yeah. That
I
was my
went over
first
there.
show.
I went there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I went this past February. I went there. Yeah.
That was
It
my
was
first show. That
cool.
wasn't supposed to be my first show. My first
Yeah.
show I had in sight was March 25th, 2023, which is my birthday. So I was like, oh, I'll do it as like a birthday present. It's 12 weeks away. And then someone was like, you should do the Double Down. You're like ready. And I was like, what? No, that's like 4 weeks from now. Or like it was 8 weeks into the new year. And I was like, that's 8 weeks from now. That's not enough. Like I need to do a
Yeah.
12-week prep from the research that I was doing. I was like, no, 12 weeks is like the minimum. And they was like, no, like I'm telling you, girl, you're ready enough for OCB. And I'm like, all right, because that's just how much muscle I just naturally had. And so I just pulled the trigger and did that show earlier. Or did an earlier show, did that one, and then 4 weeks later, I did the March 25th show in bikini instead, because I leaned out my legs in the next 4 weeks, and ended up getting my pro card in both divisions, wellness and
Oh,
bikini and OCB.
that's
So I was
cool.
just like, oh, it's nice. And then I wanted more competition, so I went on to the NPC.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, this is person I know. She does figure. Her name is Nicole Strauss, and she's like
That
an
name sounds
OCB,
familiar.
yeah, OCB figure pro. She turned pro like last year and stuff. I
Okay.
talked with her. Yeah, so yeah. Yeah, but I went over there. I went to a few OCB shows. It's pretty nice there.
It's good,
Never
yeah. It's
competed,
nice.
but I'm just a spectator. So
So you enjoy bodybuilding? You like watching
yeah,
other people?
yeah. I mean, I like the women. I'm not gonna lie, I like the women and stuff. But I mean, when I was younger, I did worked out and always wanted to have like that physique. But a lot of times, I kind of the women kind of they caught my attention. Especially
Yeah,
when I was 16 and you know and then up
yeah.
and yeah. But
It tends
just
tends to happen.
yeah, I mean, just to try to understand the sport, I was kind of oblivious, like what they go through. I mean, of course, that they work out and stuff like that, and I didn't really
Yeah.
like look at it as a big deal. Like I work out, at times, but
Also, a lot of other factors.
yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the dieting and it was almost like you guys go through a fast or something like that, like with prep and if I could say that.
Not so much of a fast. We eat like
Okay,
every 2 to 3 hours.
yeah, but
It's
it's
just
similar.
really
That's what I'm
it's
trying to say.
consistent. It's a
Yeah,
consistent diet.
yeah. I mean,
Like we.
it's. I didn't mean to cut you off, but I'm just saying like it's more of a discipline. That's what I'm trying to
Oh
get at.
yeah,
Mentally.
yeah, for
Yeah,
sure,
yeah,
for
yeah. I
sure. You
didn't.
definitely don't know how much discipline you have until you try it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't want to do it because
A lot of
that
people
mental,
wouldn't.
yeah, but it's like a sport that it's kind of overlooked by the public, at times,
Yeah,
and people don't pay attention to it. I mean, there was a time where you would see it on TV, and but I think
yeah. Oh, I think I was all the rage, George. You mentioned that because
yeah,
again, I just started 2.5 years ago. So before
yeah,
that, I knew zero about bodybuilding. The only
I-
person I knew was Arnold. I
yeah,
did not know anything. I didn't even know bodybuilding existed
yeah.
in this earth.
You
Like I just,
serious? That
I just
existed?
didn't know. Like I literally, I'm telling you, I had zero knowledge. Like when I say zero,
Yeah,
I meant zero. Like I knew that Arnold competed back in the day, and then he became an actor, but I still didn't know that bodybuilding was still a thing.
right.
Yeah, until I did more research, and I'm like, this is a whole nother world. Like
Yeah,
it definitely exists, and it's like very prevalent right now.
yeah. I mean, I don't know how old you are, but I don't know if you're familiar with Corey Everson or Rachel McLish. They were
Oh.
actresses that they were bodybuilders, but they went to they started doing to having roles like in movies. Like back in the
Mm.
days, like there were bodybuilders that had like movie roles, but it wasn't
I
like
actually
a
didn't
big
know
thing.
that.
Yeah, I'm surprised all the way George Page didn't tell you that, but I'm
No,
telling you
yeah,
that.
I
But
was basically because one of my goals is that I want to be like first, like the face of a female actress bodybuilder, like what
yeah,
Arnold is, the female
yeah,
version.
yeah,
Like
they
everyone
were,
knows him as
yeah,
both.
yeah, they were, but they didn't really like I would say like at that level of Arnold. Like
Yeah,
Corey Everson, she was like in movies and TV shows, but she wasn't like she was starring in like a TV show or movie or anything like that.
she was just
You
like a
know,
guest star.
yeah, like like look up Double Impact with Jean Claude Van Damme, and
Mm,
you'll see what I mean. And she was in this other
okay.
one called Ballistics. Yeah, but the thing with her is she kind of like she stood out. Even if she had that small role I wouldn't even say
Yeah,
it
of
was a
course.
small role like that, but it was more of a she
Like
wasn't
a
the
guest
star.
star.
Yeah, she was. Yeah,
Yeah, it's a guest star. It's basically
yeah,
like someone. She's a star in other things, but they bring them in
yeah,
just as like a guest star to like a
yeah,
TV series or a movie.
yeah,
Yeah. No,
and
that's I want to be like I'm the lead, which I usually
yeah,
go out for leads. So it's just I'm the lead of either a movie or series, and I'm an active bodybuilder. So
yeah,
it's like both.
yeah. So like what was like the roles that you like? Well, you know what? Let me check out. Let's look at your stuff. Hold on for a second, because I wanted to show your thing, and this is your reel. So
Hopefully, got the most recent
can
one.
you see
Oh,
this?
hey, George. No.
Can you see this? Let me know if you
E-
can see this.
Yeah, it's popping up, but it's loading.
Okay. All right.
Mm.
If it ain't that, I'll click it to. Okay.
Oh, there you go. Oh yeah, that's the most recent one.
Who the fuck are you? You ain't making it hurtful today.
Found her buried in the sand, so yeah, I think she was murdered.
Everyone's dead.
What are you doing? I'm getting closer. I can see that. Why? Look. Untie mine and I'll untie yours. I don't know.
Almost too much. Shit, that's across town.
It's fine. It's no big deal.
Yeah, doubt it.
Well, you know we're gonna win this year.
We'll see about that.
We broke up, Jeff. There's nothing for you to be sorry about.
Are you crazy? This was supposed to be a couple pranks. We didn't say anything about killing anybody.
Oh, this is funny to you. You know how fucked up it is to do what you did today?
Yeah. Yeah. Like what? Yeah. Was that good? Like that's good, or you got more? You want to go?
No, that's my most recent one. Yeah.
All right. All right. So I'll drop that one.
That's like
Yeah.
the quick little thing that you actually usually send to like casting directors as like,
Okay.
you know, they have tons of things to go through, so you try to make it like short and sweet, so at least they can like see it.
Yeah. Like what was those shows that you was in?
The first one was Power, Raising Kanan,
Okay.
Power Book 3, the 50 Cent show,
Yeah.
or like executive produced by 50 Cent.
Yeah.
That would say that was probably my most recent, that was my most recent. The other one was like a Lifetime movie. We shot it in Texas. That was a feature film. That was nice. That was really nice. They like flew me out, and then I stayed there for like 10 days in like Dallas, Texas. And then another one that was there was like a army like short film that I did in Los Angeles, and it was directed by a woman that actually served in the army, and it was kind of like loosely based off her life. And actually it went on to festivals, and then I got awarded for like best actress at one of the festivals, so that was really nice. And then the last clip was an action reel. That was actually my like first ever like anything I shot acting wise, and it was a nonprofit like film project, and that was back in like 2017 or 2018, and we like was able to actually premiere it at 42nd Street in the movie theater for like a day. So that was really nice. We did like a whole like red carpet thing for that, and that's how I ended up like falling in love really with acting, because I was like, if this is my life, like this could be my life. It was so surreal. I was like, yeah, I want to do that. And then I ended up moving to Los Angeles shortly after that.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I have a friend. He's like, I don't know if I could say struggling actor, but he do short films. He sent me like a link to a short film that he did like a while back and stuff. It was pretty cool. It was a little strange. It was like him and people that he was with, they was talking and stuff, and there was this like one of the busboy or something like that. He was fantasizing to be with this chick or something like that. And
I mean, some people also don't really know how to put together a reel. Like sometimes they just put some like random stuff in there, but it doesn't like flow as well. So it's an art form.
Yeah. It was a short film. It was a short film and stuff.
Oh, it was a short film. Okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes the independent ones are a little weird, but hey, some do work.
Do you wanna like do like short films or just a real feature film? Like, what do you prefer?
I prefer film more than TV series. I think TV series though is where the money's at. If I'm being quite
Yeah,
honest, but I do like the aspect of how the process of filming a feature film. Like
yeah,
I like that sometimes there's certain days that you're like filming 2 or 3 days in a row, but then you'll get like a break of 2 or 3 days, but you're still seeing how like the movie's kind of unfolding, and it never goes in order of what the script is. Like how you film it is different out of order because sometimes you have a set for this amount of days, sometimes you have the person for this amount of days, so they have to shoot it out of order. So I just find it really complex and like nice, whereas like TV series, it's very like to the T, and it's like it could be filmed out of order too, depending on the set and stuff. But you like it's really fast paced, and it's like you gotta film that episode within like the 2 days,
mm,
or else. And it's like so it's kind of a little stressful. Where I'm an artist, like I want to like brainstorm. I want to have the time to be like, all right, no, let's shoot it this way. Let's do another shot like this or whatnot. So I prefer film, but I'm not picky. I will get if I get chosen for either or, I will take it.
You ever thought did you never did like acting school or nothing like that? You just jumped into
So I
that?
went to school for biology forensics
Oh,
in
okay.
Syracuse University. I took a class for non-acting majors as a senior, and that's how I got exposed to acting at first. I never thought that I would be good. I was like, I can't take myself seriously in front of a camera. There's no way in hell that I'll be able to act in front of people. And I just took it because I had extracurricular credits left, and I was like, why not? An easy credits to like accrue for my senior year. I don't have to try hard. It's just to participate. Why not? And so I tried it, and I actually ended up being good. And people were like, why aren't you a drama major? And I was like, I don't know. I never thought I would be good. I like science and I like math, and so I did that because that's what I was good at. I mean, I don't think it's not my passion, but I just did it because, your parents push you to go to college. So you go, and obviously you're going to pick something you're good at. Why the hell struggle for 4 years? And that's why I picked it. So there was like, oh, you should like minor in drama. I was like, it's too late now. I'm like about to graduate in 2 months. I was like, no. And then I graduated and I started bartending to like pay off my loans, paid it off in like 6 months. And I was like, well, I'm bored, like going to work and doing nothing. Like you get out of college and now what do? You're an adult paying bills, going to work, and then what else? Like what's your hobby? What's your extracurricular? So I was like, that's true. Like let me put my hand into acting. Like let me do some research. Did it the same way as it did bodybuilding. I just researched and looked up, and the first thing that popped up was like backstage.com, and I was like, all right, well, I guess I need pictures. So like I hit up like a friend that I knew that was a photographer, and I was like, let me get some headshots. And they were very, very like amateur and very green, but something to get me started. And I would go to like these little pop-up like, hey, you can perform a little monologue on stage. And I was like, well, I gotta get over nerves. I gotta get over performing in front of people. And I started to slowly fall in love with it. And then that's when I did that nonprofit project. And then when I moved to LA, that's when I started to do acting classes. I went to LA and I started doing acting classes, and I learned how to cry in front of people. I learned how to emote my emotions and like basically let go. Like it was always there, but it was just too afraid to like let go, to have people see the real me, because actors, they think that actors are just really good liars, but we're just really good feelers. Like we just feel, and we're able to turn on our feelings in front of people instead of being scared to do so. So that's about the extent of like, I guess, my
Yeah.
background of acting expertise of schooling. But honestly, some people have it, some people don't. Some people can go to
Yeah,
schooling for years and they still can't act their way out of a bag. So
yeah, I guess that's a blessing for you because that's not easy, just doing that. It's an art form. Just like convincing people that you're like you're evil person, or you know what I'm trying to say, like crying
yeah,
and
no.
get your feelings, all these emotions and stuff like that. That
You can
yeah,
get the
like
audience to feel something, you did your job.
yeah, like wow, that's not an easy thing to do. Yeah. Yeah, what's like your
Yeah.
favorite actress or favorite movie?
Ah, you can't ask an actor what's their favorite movie. God damn, it's like this. You can't do that. I don't even. Oh God, there's like a freaking. I probably have like a whole like list of like occult classics and stuff like that. And and honestly, I haven't even seen all the movies in the world.
It doesn't
Um,
matter. It doesn't,
and also like the same thing as bodybuilding. Before acting, like I was horrible with remembering like actors' names and movie titles. Like
yeah,
I'm still like a little there, but I'm getting better because I was like, hey, this is my craft. Like I should get better at remembering, you know, certain movies and actors that are in it. So I did do obviously more studying. Even like during COVID, I was like would test myself. But as far as like my favorite actress, it would have to be sorry, I'm like burping. It would have to be Rachel McAdams. And I said it says
I
another
don't
review,
even know
but
who that is.
you see her face, you'll know.
Okay,
She's in like a whole bunch of like the love romantic genre movies, but
yo,
she's also, if you ever seen Mean Girls,
some of it,
I
yeah.
was like, she's the head bitch, like the blonde one. So like
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah,
she's
okay,
a dynamic character. Like she can
yeah,
any role you give her, she will execute it 100%, and that's what I kind of admire. Where it's like she mostly does romantic movies, but the fact that if you want to give her like an evil role, she will
yeah,
execute it 100%, and you will believe her. That's how good her talent is. And I'm just like, there's some people that they get stuck in like an image or a niche or like, you know, a typical like Michelle Rodriguez. Like it's hard to picture her doing any other role than a Michelle
yeah,
Rodriguez role.
yeah,
So it's like some people get stuck in that, whereas like the actors that can move and transform into other roles is top tier. So there's a lot of like male actors like that, like, you know, Christian Bale and Hugh Jackman and, you know, Brad Pitt on the if and so Leonardo DiCaprio. Like there's a lot of those male ones, but there's not a lot of female. And I really appreciate Rachel McAdams just for how deep she can own in into her instrument and pull it out. And like it's just so believable.
yeah, yeah. I mean, like, yeah, it's like, would you want to do like comedy or anything like that?
I don't mind comedy. There was a couple scenes that I would do like in acting class.
Yeah,
And like they're kind of like not they're easy, even though some people do find them hard because comedy is all about energy. And you kind of want to just if you can keep the energy up, and it's also timing.
hmm,
So if you're a little too quick or a little too slow, then the joke won't catch on or something like that. So it's really like timing and energy. Some people again are good at it and some people are not. I think I'm like kind of like pretty much in the middle. Like I can surpass and being good at comedy and I don't mind it, but it's not what like riles me up. I prefer drama. I prefer like the hardcore shit that is asking a lot of me because it tests my talent. And as an actor, that's like almost all you want. Like you want to get tested, you want the hard stuff and see if you can do it. And then the fact that you can do it, you feel proud of yourself. And you're like, hell yeah, I like performed a great ass performance.
yeah. You seem like you have potential. You did like the army and stuff, and you was like
Oh
supposed to
yeah,
be in
for
the
sure.
train station or something like that.
That was yeah, that was Power Raising Canaan. So it was done in
I never
in
seen
like
that. I know Method Man. He plays like a lawyer or something like that in one of the Power series.
I haven't seen the whole series, unfortunately.
Okay, I know
But
that's a
they
spinoff or something like that.
yeah, they'll have
Like,
like a
oh,
Ghost as part of the like the spinoff as
yeah,
well.
yeah. I never
Um,
seen that. Tell you the truth.
but no, yeah, it was filmed in like abandoned train station in New York, and that was pretty cool. We like rehearsed the fight scene a couple days beforehand at like the production studio up in Westchester, Lionsgate, and then we then shot it at abandoned train station. So that was really, really cool, actually.
Yeah, yeah. But back to bodybuilding, like how was like your first show? Just preparing, like training and all that type of stuff, like being on stage. Was you nervous, like in front of
Uh,
like people?
so so again, the first show is what, 8 weeks into like me just starting to learn about bodybuilding and again coaching myself. So I was doing my
Yeah.
own research and using myself as an experiment, really, and just using my science background to put together like meal plans and calories and protein and carbs and fats and doing all that. And just like, I didn't even weigh myself every week. I kind of just went off of look in the beginning, changed like the variables and kept some constants and just kind of wung it. Like I just wung it. And then I performed that first show in February, the Double Down. And I was like, I had no idea what to expect. I didn't even watch shows to understand how like it would be played out. I just knew the poses that I needed to do. And I just listened to the judges to see what I would do. I didn't even know that if you moved to the middle, you won or something like that. Like I didn't even know that. I just did it. And then I got off stage, or like, you know how they tell you to come out, you could do comparisons, and then they tell you to go behind the curtain, and then they'll bring you back out again for like awards. I did that, and then by the time I get backstage, you know, all the girls are chit chatting, and they're like, and one girl's like, you know, you won, and I was like, what? Like I was like, I don't know. And she was like, yeah, you were in the middle, and I was like, I didn't even know that worked like that. I was just like, really? And she was just like, yeah, you won. She was like, how long did you prep? And I was like, 8 weeks. And then she was just like, really? And I was like, I'm naturally muscular. I don't know what to tell you. She was just like, I've been prepping for like 6 months or something, or a year. And I was like, I'm so sorry. Like, I don't mean to say it like to downplay your hard work. Like, that's great. But then, yeah, I came out and I won like of my class, true novice, and got the overall and stuff like that. And I was like so elated. I was like, again, on cloud nine, and I loved it. As an actress, again, I was acting before bodybuilding, and I loved it. It's like performing. You're literally on stage and you're performing, but you're not really saying you're not saying any words, but you're performing with your body the hard work that you put in. And at that moment, obviously I didn't put that much hard work because it was only 8 weeks, but I was like, oh, this is what it is. Like, I get to showcase my attributes, and like they appreciate my muscles. Like, I grew up, since I was little, I've always had like a tricep cut, like even when I was like 5 years old. So when I was growing up middle school, I was very, very muscular, and people made fun of me for it. Like, I remember being made fun of because I looked manly, because I had naturally had muscles, delts, and people were like, what the hell? Like, what are you doing? Like, you did, like, that wasn't normal. Like, that wasn't, this whole fitness thing became.
You worked out when you was younger?
No, I just naturally had that. Like, even as a 2-year-old, I had like the tricep cut. Like, my mom was like,
wow.
what the hell?
I wish I had that.
Yeah, so like I literally have pictures. Like, I'm like, I that's how I naturally was. So I never really like liked my muscles because I got made fun of it for it. I got made fun.
Was
like,
your father muscular?
Yeah, he's more stocky. Like, he's my mom is not muscular or athletic at all. Like, she did not do any sports and like that. But yeah, my father's a more stocky guy. My brother's athletic too, but he's more of like the lanky, very skinny, but he does wrestling and MMA and stuff like that. But yeah, no, I was just always muscular, and I always hated my muscles because it made me look more like a boy, because boys are supposed to have muscles and not girls. So the fitness like industry is a relatively new thing for females. Like, it wasn't celebrated back when I was like, you know, like 2008, 2010 even. Like, that wasn't something girls did. So I mean, I always played sports, so obviously that helped my muscles, but I never worked it. Yeah. I'm 30. I'm 31. So
yeah, you're young.
Yeah. I mean, well, thank you. I'm like, I'm not old. I think I have muscle maturity, I guess, for the age of bodybuilding, but I haven't been doing it long enough. Like, had I started when I was like 20, 22, I'd be like stupid far right now. But it's like it's not bad to start now because I've played sports for so
Yeah.
long. I do have some muscle that has been, you know, intensified throughout years. But yeah, I hadn't started the gym until recently. Like I didn't pick up any weights. I just did sports.
Yeah, I
So
mean you're not the only one to say that. I mean, there's women that's older than you, and they start like 40 years old, 50, sometimes even
yeah.
older than that. Like I talked to another lady. She's like what, like in her 70s or something like that. She started. Yeah, there's the oldest bodybuilder. I forgot her name, but she was like 80 years old, and she
I love
started.
that.
Yeah,
And I admire it so much. I'm like, hell yeah, you fucking rock, man. Like
yeah,
you doing that.
it's
That
yeah,
which is like it's almost that's why I also like bodybuilding and acting because you literally can start at any age. Any
yeah,
age for both and you can be successful in both. Like it's perfect instead of it being well, and let me specify. In my division in bodybuilding, I can elongate it longer than say if I was doing open bodybuilding or something like that. Like that is a little bit short of a lifespan because of how much it requires out of you. But yeah, like I like that there's not a deadline. There's no like age cap. There's not any of
yeah.
that.
What would you say is your what was your like your best show?
I would say Amateur Olympia. That was
Okay,
I would take that as like the best win for me. Even though like so that was my so that was my sixth show. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that was my sixth show. My first 3 shows, I won first place. My fourth show, I won 13th. That was my first national show. And that was my worst placing. And that ate me up ego-wise. I was like, what? I got 13th place? Like, what the hell is that? And then I did my regional show to qualify me for Amateur Olympia, that blue suit. And I won first place in overall. So that was great too. But just getting second at Amateur Olympia was just, I loved it. I was just so excited. Yeah, that was my regional show that qualified me for Amateur Olympia.
Oh.
Yeah, I was.
Yes. Where is that took place?
That took place in Queens, New York.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's in Flushing, Queens. Yeah. I was thinking about going over here because I'm in New York too. I'm in New York City, and
Okay.
but you know, going to Flushing, Queens, that's a long ride from there to Brooklyn. I'm like, nah, I don't know.
I came from Pennsylvania. What do you mean? It's not that bad.
I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure to go over there. I was like, you know, because I remember somebody told me that, you know, they got other NPC shows, and I was like researching, and then I seen, but it was in Flushing, Queens. So I'm like, I don't know about that. Is your boyfriend a bodybuilder?
No, he's a power lifter. So he's gonna compete next year too, but he competes differently. He doesn't have to diet. He just eats more and I eat less.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, he lives pretty heavy.
Yeah. So you do a little powerlifting also?
This was during like my little off season where I was like I went up to like 170 pounds after my last reverse. It was not good. I accrued a lot of fat, but I was like, if I'm gonna be big, I'm gonna lift big. And so I was like, screw it. I'm just gonna go balls to the wall and push myself. And so my boyfriend, being powerlifting, he was like, all right, cool, let's do barbell squats. And I was like, all right, let's do it. But no, that was my old home gym actually in New York.
Yeah.
When I lived in LA.
You see Michael O'Hearn.
Yeah.
Did you know?
Cool.
He was in a movie recently with Jonathan Majors. It was called Magazine Dreams. I did like a review on it.
I wanted to see that. Yeah, I was like, I remember being on a plane and I saw that they had it, but I was so tired on the plane I couldn't finish the movie.
Yeah,
but I did want to see the rest of that. Oh yeah, that was Double Down.
That was nice.
That was 8
Not
weeks.
too muscular.
Yeah,
too
no,
muscular, but-
that was basically my normal body. Like I had 8 weeks of going to the gym. Like that wasn't that wasn't made in the gym in 8
That's
weeks.
your
That was just
normal.
my
Yes,
that was my
you,
normal like me.
you
Like
serious? Wow, I would have been
I
sore.
diet down a little bit so that you can see my abs, but other than that, like that was you could see that my legs obviously carry most of the fat.
Yeah,
So it's just like yeah, that
I
was
would have been
more normal
sore.
me.
I could have. I mean, I don't blame. I don't blame the bodybuilder that told you, like, wow, you like she did like 6 months and you did like 8 weeks of prep.
I mean, because there wasn't much. I was already when I started. I went to
Yeah.
get a body scan because I wanted to see how far off. Like I did research and they said, oh, bikinis are usually around 10 to 12% body fat. And I was like, I wonder how much I am at. Like how far am I? And I went and they said, I was like, oh, you're 16%. And I was like, okay, that's not much. I'm not far off. So like normally my normal body fat that I held was 16%. So I was like, that's even still below average for a female. So
How long ago was this?
This was February 2023.
Okay, that's 2 years ago. Okay,
As much.
okay,
Yeah, that was like
you
my
look nice.
wellness debut.
Yeah, you look like bikini and wellness, like, but more of, I would say bikini a bit. Yeah.
Yeah, well, like considered for OCB because they're a little bit less than NPC, they considered that wellness because it was like a little bit more muscular. But no, yeah. It's been 2.5 years of doing this and it feels like I've been in it long, but not long enough.
How far do you see yourself competing? If I could ask you that question.
I'd like to say, because I do want to like have kids, and that'll obviously put a pause in bodybuilding. And it's like it's really hard. I don't want to like give myself a cap. I don't want to give myself, a ceiling. I'd like to say to be like, oh yeah, probably until like I'm 35, 36, which is like another 5 years. But at the same time, I'm like, okay, what if I still like I just skyrocket and get freaking successful shit, and it's just every year just roll and gets better and gets better and gets better. I could possibly do it till I'm 40, and it's like, okay, well that's a thought. Like I'll always be fit, like I'll always be doing something with my body because that's just who I am. Again, I'm a natural born athlete. Like I have to move, but as far as bodybuilding, I don't know. I mean, you could stop and then come back to it. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. You could stop, and then you could come back because there's people that have done that, they stopped for a while or years and they came back to it, come back. Yeah, so
I could be 50 years old and I'm like, you know what? I want to do a prep. And it's like, all right, like, why not? For shits and giggles, we're here.
So before bodybuilding, you was just like that. The way you didn't look too bad.
I mean, I never said I looked bad. It was just more.
No, I'm just saying.
As like growing up, like in middle school, like okay, so middle school, obviously I didn't have curves. I was more of like 13, 14-year-old. But I still had those cuts on my arms. Like I still had muscular arms. So again, as a 12, 13-year-old, that's not very like girly or like dainty or anything like that. So it was made fun of. So it was just like, oh, you're looking like a boy or something. But now it's like all the rage. It's like you got muscles. That's dope.
Yeah. Did you participated like in sports or anything like that, or?
Yeah. I've always been moving my body. Like when I was like little. I started like the first thing was like ballet, but then my mom couldn't afford to keep me going. It was like in New York, and being ballet, it was like expensive. And then eventually in middle school, I started to do like flag football and soccer, and that did that in middle school. But there also wasn't in New York City. I went to school in Harlem, so there wasn't like that many sports available like that for kids. And then in high school, I started to do wrestling. I did wrestling because then we moved to Pennsylvania. So wrestling was available to boys and girls. So I started to do wrestling, and then I did cheerleading, and then I did track and field, and then I went into college and I continued cheerleading for like a year or two. And then I started to do dance, like join a dance club just to keep my body moving. And then after college, there was like no more sports. Like you're not in school anymore. So I was just like, what am I supposed to do? And I think I took like a kickboxing class for a little bit, just to keep moving my body as well. And then when I started bodybuilding, I was like, all right, I guess I'll start going to the gym and doing that. And obviously fell in love with the gym.
Is there like a bodybuilder, like a woman bodybuilder that stands out to you?
So my coach, she's literally like
I
the
think I
goat.
know you.
And
Yeah, she's like a wellness, she's a wellness pro,
no,
right?
no, she's the
Oh, okay.
bikini. She's third in the world right now.
Oh, okay.
And she's right now she's in Spain. She's about to compete this weekend actually, and she just
Oh, okay.
won in Prague last week. But her body's immaculate, her personality is great, and she's a dope, real ass person, like just inside and out. So she's honestly top tier. There's other like bikini bodybuilders that I like their physique. That I'm like, okay, like I admire it. It's really I can fully say like, all right, that's a dope ass physique, like no cap. And then yeah, that's really like I tend to more look at bikini because obviously that's my division, so I'm gonna focus mostly on that.
Yeah.
But there's a couple like wellness girls that I'll turn my eye to, and I'm like, oh, like she has a great physique too, and she seems pretty dope. But yeah, no, I would say my coach is top tier, number one.
Do you pay attention to like women's bodybuilding or women's physique?
Not so much. Like I'm aware of who won, or like the top ones that continuously win. But I don't follow closely. But I still admire them too. Like they're freaking awesome, and where they got their body to like is admirable. So props to them and shout out to them. They're killing it.
What's like the next show for you?
It's June 20th. I'm shooting for Junior Nationals, which is in Tennessee, Chattanooga, Tennessee. But yeah, we're shooting for that. We might do like a warm-up show before then, just to see where my body's at, or like kind of like pre-prep it. Like you do like a little mock peak week, and see how your body reacts to, you know, if it was to do a peak week, and then have a game plan for the actual show. But yeah, so far we're off season right now until pretty much like end of February, middle of March. And that's probably when I'll start my prep and shoot for that in June. Get a pro card and then go straight into a pro show.
How do you like it off season now?
Right now it's going phenomenal. I'm reversing perfectly now. I'm still like, it was very kind of like a mind fuck, because instead of the mindset of like, oh my God, I get to eat, I'm all over the place, it's a losing control. It's more of like, I can't wait to get normal weight so that I know I'm building adequate muscle. Like I felt too lean still. Like I'm still like, I just checked in yesterday. It was Monday. I had to do my check-ins on Monday. I was 122.8. My show day weight was 119.6. So I'm only up like 3.2 pounds from my show day. That was 3 weeks ago. So I'm just like, it's good because I'm doing it right. We're slowly increasing the calories. We're slowly building back up so that we know we're not accruing unwanted fat and building added like real good muscle, lean muscle. But I'm also like, I'm getting a little impatient because I'm like, I want my strength back. I want my booty back. I want to get like real dense glutes. And the only way to do that is by having like your food really high, your body at normal, and just like really doing that. But you have to slowly get there. So it's like, it's a different mind shift, but we'll get there. I mean, probably like another 2 to 3 weeks is when I'll be at my peak. Like my strength will be 100% back, and we can really like continue pushing, and the food will be really high. So recovery will be very good. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, well, I wish you the best. I mean, yeah. And especially with the acting, yeah, like, is there anything like acting wise you trying to aim for?
So right now, yeah, I'm actually in the process of trying to film like an action reel so that I can distribute it to, like Marvel or, just like the casting directors, the people that need to see it, just so that I can promote myself. And also, I always say that
Yeah,
bodybuilding and acting kind of scratch each other's back. So obviously, bodybuilding gets me into the shape or the look that would be used for like a superhero film or TV series. So just doing that in the meantime, that's my own doing. Like I scheduled that with a friend of mine that's a cinematographer, to then use it and send it to my manager and agent so that they can send it out. Cause they're the ones with the connect. So that's their job. So I would just do it, give it to them. They know what to do with it. And then hopefully, pilot season is coming up. Pilot season is from January to April, and basically promote myself that way. But no projects in the meantime now. But again, if I'm getting like more auditions because my bodybuilding is also kicking off, and it's like they're both gonna teeter totter kind of.
you ever cosplay like what like if you had like a choice, what superhero would you wanna be?
I always like the idea of cosplaying, like going to Comic Cons. I actually never still been to one, and I would love to go. My brother's been to a couple. But I mean, my favorite holiday is Halloween, and I love dressing up. Unfortunately, I can't dress up this year because I just don't have the funds. Because when I dress up, I go balls to the wall. I don't half-ass it. Like I end up making like my own costume. Again, I'm very creative. I like doing things with my hands. So I'm like, I from top to bottom, I like make it from scratch. Because I find that fun. But I was Wonder Woman at one Halloween like a couple years ago, but I had made like the top and the skirt like out of fabric I bought from the fashion district and just made like look like an Amazonian. And then I got like leather and aluminum sheet from like Home Depot, and like I made the sleeve, and it was like actual, and I drew on it and made it look like I had the actual shields on there, and I made the headband out of the aluminum sheet as well, and cut it out and all that stuff. So I mean, I would say Wonder Woman. I get that a lot. Like a lot of my friends that are actors and they see me bodybuilding and they see all this stuff, they're like, yo, you're literally the live
Yeah,
Wonder Woman. And I'm just like, that's a
yeah.
freaking compliment to me. Like,
She's
I'm
always
great.
stands out. Yeah, she's the main person that stands out with women bodybuilders. Her and She-Hulk. Yeah,
Yeah, I've gotten that too.
yeah.
So
They
I'll get
actually got
mostly
like
those two.
they actually got like a Latina Wonder Girl in the comics and stuff. I seen it.
Wait, I think I know where you're. Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. There's
Yeah,
also
yeah.
there's another one that my friend had mentioned that she's actually in the comics. They haven't made anything in film or anything yet, but is she's like a Dominican chick, and I forgot her name, but she's like wears like a green outfit, just really long hair. She uses her hair as part of as a weapon.
I think I
I
know what
forgot
you're
her name.
talking about.
Yeah, but I was like,
I
that
don't
would
read
be pretty
comics
cool.
all the time. I don't read comics all the time.
I
I'll
mean,
look
no,
at
me
some.
either. I literally only found out about it because my friend, he's into comics, and I was like, hey, I would like with
Yeah,
the action reel, I was like, is there any like superheroes that we can kind of like take away from, to kind of emanate, the Dominican, I want to showcase a Dominican superhero. There's not really a Dominican superhero. There's a lot of like other cultures, which is great, but I want there to be a Dominican superhero.
well, I mean, they do have like independent comic book creators.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
They come up with stuff like that. But like with Marvel
Yeah.
and DC, unless if they probably gotta like make them into like a Superman or Supergirl or something like that,
Yeah, they always.
and
I'm
that's
like,
it.
hopefully they get out of that and they
Yeah,
try something new because
yeah,
I mean, the audience will be interested in something new. But yeah, they
yeah.
tend to rinse and repeat.
Yeah, they do. They got that bugged me out because they got a Chinese Superboy. That's crazy.
Ah,
But yeah, yeah.
they
So I
still
mean,
do. I mean, with the whole like Spider Verse too, they'll
yeah,
do just the different alternate universes. But
yeah. But I
hopefully they.
wish you. And I was about to say, I wish you the best on your
Thank
journey.
you.
Yeah, yeah. Is there anybody you want to shout out or any advice you want to
Um.
give to people that kind of struggle with losing weight?
Okay. Well, advice would be don't be afraid of shooting for the moon. And I say that because people tend to not want to try something because they're scared of the outcome, because it might not be what they wanted as an outcome. I say just go in it with no expectations and just shoot for it. Like, you don't know the end result until you try. I never would have found out I liked acting or is one of my passions until I tried an acting class. I would have never known that I would be a good candidate for bodybuilding, that I would love bodybuilding and it become another passion until I tried. That I didn't put any expectation. I didn't tell myself, okay, well, I gotta win and I gotta do it. No, I did it for shits and giggles. And look at where I am now. I'm freaking striving for it as a career and to live like this. So I just say anything in life, if you have the slightest inkling of trying something because it interests you, just try it. It doesn't hurt to just try. You won't die, and nobody's gonna die. But as far as shouting out, I would just shout out my coach because she's goddamn amazing, Jazzy Gonzalez. Shout out my friends and family because they constantly support me, and they see the potential in me as much as I see it in myself. My sponsors, Rule 1 Proteins. You can use code SLC to save, and as well as X Shock Labs. They're ready to drink pre-workout. Also use SLC10 to save. They're great, both proteins and pre-workouts. Top tier. I do not fuck with I don't fuck with any thing that is not worth promoting. So believe me.
All right. Well, thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak with you. And
thank you for having me on your show.
Best wishes. Yeah.
Yes. You make your own luck.
All right. All right. Till next time.
Bye.